back, everybody, for another Halloween special. I am Matt here. Today we are talking about the original, the first, the one that started it all, Saw. Came out in 2004. This year is the 20th anniversary of the original Saw movie. Wow. No one ever in a million years thought this movie was going to spawn what this franchise spawned. Nobody. Not the studio, isn't it Lionsgate or something? Not James Wan or Lee Whannell, who wrote the script, and James Wan, who directed the film. Not Cary Elwes. Not Toby Mill, who plays Jigsaw. Nobody thought this movie was going to become the movie that spawned a franchise that is still going strong. The movie that came out last year, Saw 10, is still easily one of the best Saw movies in the franchise. When this movie started it all. You also have Danny Glover in here as an FBI detective. What can I say about this movie? It made me a fan of the franchise. I remember my friend Reese. This was in 2005. I mean, I didn't see this movie in the theater, but this was before the sequel was coming out. He said, "Matt, you need to watch this movie, Saw. Here, I'll let you borrow a copy of it, the DVD." And I brought it home and I watched it with my mom and my dad. I read that thing, they were like, "What the fuck is this?" And then it was like, whoa. And ever since then I became a fan. I still remember seeing the first three, or the second and third one in the theater. And then I started seeing them again once I was in college. This movie has a low budget. Most of the movie takes place in a bathroom. You got Cary Elwes in here. Lee Whannell was an unknown. Toby Mill, yeah, he's been around for a long time, but he was an A-list actor. Danny Glover is another one who, yeah, in the 80s and 90s, he was prime, but he kind of fell off the map a little bit. But it didn't matter. I mean, you got these actors that boosted the film. I mean, you had Danny Glover, Cary Elwes. People know those names. And what James Wan was able to do is create this, suspenseful, twisted movie that had a great theme, the Saw theme. You have, great character in Jigsaw, John Kramer, played by Toby Mill, who is now one of the most iconic horror villains in horror. He's up there with the Michael Myers, Ghostface. I mean, even he probably thought, yeah, I'll do this little Saw movie, make a little bit of money, call it a day. Over 20 years later now, and he's still playing the character. It's amazing. Toby Mill is great. That voice of Toby Mill is what really makes the character come alive. Just like Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins' voice. The traps are interesting, twisted. There's not as many in this first movie, but like the one with the bear claw, or the contraption on the head with Amanda is still like, oh my god. And once again, these movies, I really people like to hate on these movies. These quote unquote torture porn. They actually do have a very valuable lesson. As twisted as it may be. You don't value life, you don't take you take your life for granted. You know, you don't care about your life. You do drugs. You do this. You commit murders. Don't spend time with your family. You abuse. Whatever you do, you're wasting valuable life. You're not using your life to your advantage. And he takes these people and says, okay, you have two choices. You either basically die here, and you're on a time limit, or you find a way to get out and change your life and be a better person. I mean, it's that simple. Not really, but you know what I mean. So yeah, and then you get to that ending. That ending of this movie with the twist or the reveal. John Kramer has been there the whole time. Oh, he thought he was just a dead body there, and stands up and that Saw theme starts ramping up. And it's just like, you remember seeing that for the first time and going, oh my God. There's another one of those The Sixth Sense moments. The whole time, yeah, it's just a knockout first movie. That didn't need a sequel. I mean, this is a very, unlike the other movie that did leave things open at the end, this is a very contained movie. Because like I said, I don't think at the time this was a low budget film. I think they were even just got out of college or whatever. James Wan and Lee Winnell, so it was almost like made on a college budget. And it just happened to spawn a franchise that is still going today. That literally got the tagline, if it's Halloween, it must be Saw. I mean, that was that for 10 years, almost. From 2004 to 2010, 2011, when Saw 7 came out. I mean, every year, a new Saw movie. And these movies are made for low budget, other than for Saw 7, because they did the 3D conversion. It cost a lot of money to do that. But other than that, this is a movie that spawned an entire franchise. I'm a fan of Saw 1. And like they even have it in the vein of a 7 movie. Danny Glover and his cop buddy trying to track down this serial killer. Very much a 7-esque movie. But let me know in the comments below. Are you a fan of the original Saw? Do you want to play a game? A brilliant tagline, a brilliant quote that has stand for a very long time. Every time I hear that, I think of Saw. They even reference that in Captain America the Winter Soldier. Where Black Widow says she sees it, yeah, it reminds me of a movie back in the day. You don't know it. But she was literally referencing Saw in Captain America the Winter Soldier. But yeah, are you a fan of the original Saw? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for more Halloween goodness. And have a happy, spooky Halloween.